Welcome back to America Decides. We all know that the relationship between Donald Trump and Mike Pence essentially ended 4 years ago this week. But in one of the most intriguing, colorful moments of this historic day, the former partners shook hands today while at Jimmy Carter's funeral here in Washington. The president-elect sat alongside bitter political rivals, including former President Obama, former President and Hillary Clinton, President Biden, and Vice President Harris. Quite a scene. If you didn't see it, the pictures alone are worth 1,000 words. Speaking of a guy who's worth at least 1,000 words, our Aaron Navarro, who's in West Palm Beach for us tonight. Aaron, good to see you. The president-elect, as you know, has at times avoided gatherings with other former presidents, specifically because he doesn't want to be seen among them, doesn't want to deal with the awkwardness of it all. But what did you make of what we saw today at the National Cathedral?
Ed, good to be with you. A lot of moving speeches, of course, during the ceremony itself, but also a lot of action as the former presidents, the president-elect, Vice President Harris, were getting seated. As you mentioned, this is the first time, at least publicly, that we're seeing Trump and his former Vice President Mike Pence at least interact. It was noticeable to me that Karen Pence did not look at or chat or shake hands with President-elect Trump or incoming First Lady Melania Trump. Also noticeable, the somewhat chummy chats, at least it seemed, between former President Barack Obama and President-elect Trump. Really striking when Vice President Harris, who was seated in front of them, looked back, saw the two speaking, and then looked again forward, stone-faced. Really striking, just given that Obama had campaigned for her when she was running against Trump. Of course, to see the two speak, given the week for her with certifying Trump's electoral victory, the wildfires in California, definitely a lot to take in.
You remember the scenes in the movie Anchorman when Will Ferrell and Christina Applegate are sitting there at the end of their newscast, and it looks like they're giving each other happy talk when really they were telling each other off? You wonder what exactly those two were talking about. Were they trading insults, or were they actually having a good conversation? We still don't know. We've asked. We've tried to find the lip readers who maybe can figure it out. Still unclear, but quite a scene to see. And Karen Pence getting a lot of credit for throwing shade at the Trumps, especially on social media. People were impressed that she apparently has game, as they said. Look, more urgently for the president-elect, he is now scheduled to be sentenced in his New York criminal so-called hush money case tomorrow, unless the U.S. Supreme Court steps in at some point tonight or early tomorrow morning. What are we hearing from the Trump team as he awaits a final ruling? Yeah,
interestingly enough, not much from them when it comes to this today, again, as it remains up to the Supreme Court. We do know that a prosecutor said actually earlier this week that Trump's team had told them if he were to attend this proceeding, which they, of course, have fought against, it would be done so virtually. So Trump remaining here in West Palm Beach if these proceedings continue in New York tomorrow.
We also learned today Google now joins the ranks of corporations giving at least $1 million to the president-elect's inauguration fund. Several other tech giants also doing this. Do we know, are we expecting more companies to do this? And do we have any sense of if they're getting something in return for this?
We know that Google and Boeing today are some of the companies that at least announced or news was revealed of their donations to the inaugural committee. It's striking to me, just given Google joins Meta and other, quote-unquote, big tech companies, in a sense, cozying up to Trump before this inauguration, especially as Trump and other Republicans seem to talk a little bit more about artificial intelligence, investing in more into that, talking about it in a more positive light, remaining at least the table for these conversations of potential government action when it comes to AI in a second Trump term is one potential impact that these donations could have down the line.
Aaron Navarro tracking the Trump transition for us after all that time spent in chilly Iowa, New Hampshire, and Michigan. You're getting some time in the sun down there in Palm Beach. You earned it, sir. Good to see you. We'll talk to you soon.
Take care.